Namaste everyone and welcome to our healing circle. So we are in October now, and today we have a really great event in the sky, which is called a super new moon in Libra. And I want to start with today. As usual, just pay attention to the tarot and see what goddesses brought for us today. And I think it's really connected to the astrology, and I'll dive into astrology just a little bit later. And first one is boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands and your time and energy. So, and this is what actually we'll be working today with a lot, self-love. And the next one is be strong, the goddess Sukhmit. And what she advises us is you're stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Wow, this one is really great one, and this one is will be connected to one of our exercises today and will help us to understand ourselves. And the next one is true love, Genevieve. And what she says is the romantic strings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Oh my god, this one is so relevant to the astrology today. Okay guys, so let me just flip the camera to the other way and you can see me. Here we go. And I'll tell you a little bit more about astrology forecast and what's happening for us in the stars. The new moon. The new moon is a time of new beginnings, to start things. Actually, not to start yet, but start planning for the next month. And then the Libra, new moon, the Libra is a sign that tries to balance everything. So Libra really strives for balance. And actually, what is Libra balancing this month? So what Libra is balancing this month is two retro planets, which is Mars and Mercury. So Mars is a planet of masculine energy, and when the masculine goes out of balance and goes retro, so retro means instead of going direct, the planet goes to retrograde, so the moves the other way around. And what happens when the retro happens is then the qualities of the planet will be directed into a negative side. So if the positive of Mars is being masculine, being strong, being active, even proactive, and do things in the world, the retro Mars is then we feel that fire inside us, but we don't direct that fire towards the positive cause. So we direct that fire for negativity, feeding our anger, our hatred, fighting with others, and this is where, moments and we start our mini wars with maybe ourselves or people around us. And then Mercury is a planet of communication and business. So things like your work, or your communication process with your loved ones, and especially this super new moon is related to communication with your loved ones. And what happens is, so you might meet some obstacles and things that you will need to discuss and go over, and maybe even have some disagreements or fights with your loved ones about certain topics. And in the work-wise relationship, what might happen, you might be offered to come back to your old job. You might be, if you're looking for a job, the new opportunities will not be coming. If you're thinking about switching career, this is not a good period. And the Mercury retrograde will be finishing on November 3rd. So for that kind of period of time, try not to buy anything, especially electronics, because it's a planet of communication. Try not to schedule any big events where you have to talk to a lot of people. Naturally you become a lot more introspective, because we don't want to communicate outwards, but we start to dive inwards, and this is a really good time to rethink things, redo things, and start over and continue working on something that you started earlier, last month or a few months back. Alright, so this is what Libra is trying to balance: their aggressive energy of retro Mars and the energy of not so much love and communication. And what the astrology advises us to do is during this not so easy times, dive into a self-love. So whatever something happens, and that's what happened in my life recently, right? If I have a miscommunication or a fight with someone at work or in my relationship, what does it tell me? It just tells me that something's off with me. And then I just stay home, I do my meditation, I start doing a little bit more practices, do my yoga, come back to my center, and magically everything else around me in the world just fixes itself. All right, maybe let's start diving deeper into the circle. And what we will be doing today is we'll start with a little bit of yoga. We move around, and the energy of balance and creativity this month is directly connected to our second chakra, which is a navel point. We will be working with our body and the second chakra especially, and we will be diving a little bit deeper into that process of self-love through the discovering of our duality as human beings. And then after that, we will do a really good healing meditation. All right, stay with me, and I'm just going to switch the camera a little bit so you'll be able to see the postures that I'm doing. All right, sit with your legs crossed. And then just for right now, I want you to bring your hands to your belly and touch your tummy. So kind of bring your hands on the belly. And let's just close the eyes. And I want us to take a few breaths together and connect to each other, to whoever is in us, with us, in spirit or in presence here online. Take a deep breath in and feel your belly expanding and pushing your hands upwards. And on the exhale, soften it up, relax your belly, and let your belly button flow back to your spine. All right, inhale deeply, bring the belly forward. Exhale, soften. So start to tap into that energy of the second chakra. The energy of the second chakra is our emotions. And also it's the sacral chakra of our desires, our connection, like our sexual connection with our partners. And our creativity, especially for women, the second chakra is related to the womb energy, and the womb energy is a creative energy. This is where our body creates a baby, but in the times that we are not pregnant or taking care of our babies, that's the time for us to channel that creative energy into our work projects, into life projects, and anything else to make the world more beautiful and pretty, and make ourselves beautiful and pretty. Okay, one more deep breath in through the belly and exhale it out. And we're going to start slowly massaging the belly in a circular motion. And from here, I just want you to dive a little bit deeper into the past week. Many people told me that last week was kind of a bit stressful and crazy. And usually the energy of the new moon, you start to feel it a little bit earlier, like 5 or 4 days before the moon starts to disappear from the sky. And what happens is, some people said, you know, it's been a tough week and emotional and stuff shows up, and we start to face some difficulties into relationship, into communication with others. So just feel your feelings, feel what you felt for the last week. What did you go through? It all stores in your belly, in our second chakra. So as you massage in your belly, try to very gently let those emotions go. They stayed with you for some time and you felt them. So now is the time for them to leave your body. And then we're going to continue working with the second chakra and awakening our Kundalini energy. Let's start rotating the body. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean back. And continue the circular motion called Sufi grind and Kundalini yoga. And you're feeling like you're grinding your pelvis on the floor. Yeah. Connect your hips to the floor. Feel them touching your mat or touching your carpet. And feel that really grounding sensation. Then you send the energy from your hips down, and then you receive that energy from the Mother Earth up towards your body. And start to a little bit stir and awaken that energy that lives in your belly into your second chakra. Second chakra is 3 or 4 fingers below the belly button. And this is our sacral energy center. Let's reverse. And with the Sufi grind, we are awakening the power of that energy. And we want it to move up along with our spine all the way towards the crown chakra. And you can probably imagine that energy moving up. If you close your eyes, you might be able to see the stream of energy. You might be able to visualize a color. Okay, and inhale, come to straight. Perfect. And grab your shins with your hands in front of you. Inhale, bring your chest forward. Exhale, lean back. And continue with this movement. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, lean back. Let's do a few more. Inhale to open up your heart. And exhale. And connect your movement to your breath. We're still working with our second chakra, but now more from the back. Your chakra has 2 exits. One goes out of the belly and one goes out from the side of your spine. Just a few more movements. And you're always welcome to close your eyes and do your inner work and go inwards. Come to a straight spine. Relax your hands on your lap. Take a deep breath in. Okay, and now we will rotate the head in a circular motion. So we will connect our fifth chakra, the throat chakra, which is a chakra of communication, to our second chakra, and they have a direct relationship. So when you are not connected to your emotions, you cannot speak your truth. And then the other way around. You don't speak your truth if you don't understand your emotions and what you're feeling. And let's switch the other way. And you can slow down if you feel like your neck needs a little bit more love, if you need to let go of that tightness of your muscles. And one more circle. Great work. Okay. And now we're going to tap into the energy of our heart center, because heart center is responsible for love in our lives. And then if your love center is not connected with your emotions, then you're not able to understand what's going on with you. Or if you understand it, you're not able to forgive yourself, and you're feeling some certain type of emotions, especially when we go to the negative side. And then you start to bring blame and shame to your life for feeling those emotions, that like, I'm not supposed to, I'm supposed to be a really nice person. And we'll be working with that a little bit later, but for now I just want us to awaken that energy of the heart chakra. So start tapping your heart, not too hard but not too gentle. And also go a little bit up and a little bit down. Our thymus gland is over here, and the thymus is responsible for our immune system and for keeping us healthy and strong. Okay, tap into the energy of your heart. And keep breathing deeply in and out of your nose. And let's go side to side. And now let's just massage our chest in any way it's available for you. Can be circular motion around your breast. It can be up and down motion. It can be side to side motion. Whatever your heart desires. Deep breath in and deep breath out, awakening the energy of self-love, tapping into our heart center. Okay, great. And relax your hands back to your lap and take a deep breath in here. And breath out. Let's do one more deep breath in. And breath out. Wonderful. And as all of you, I hope watching this from home, so what I need you to do, I need you to have a piece of paper, just a clear paper, hopefully maybe a couple of them, and a pen. So pen and paper. Take a minute for a break if you need it, And then what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing an exercise. Our exercise today is inspired by the book of Self-Love by Deepak Chopra. The exercise is, you can take it as deep as you want it to be. And we'll start at the surface. But why are we doing this? So, what is self-love? And what is love in general? We always looking for love. And we all want love. But most of the time we want love from other people. And we don't see ourselves as the providers of love. But our love for ourselves is the most important. And, as it says, as Jesus said, right? Love others the same as you love yourself. So we need to discover that strong foundation for loving others. That means loving ourselves. But what happens most of the time, we dislike our behavior. We dislike some of the parts of our body. And it all comes from not accepting it. No self-acceptance. I just want you to run quickly through your mind. And what is the most self-depleting and shameful, blameful thought you had, let's say during the past week or maybe past month? So maybe we'll start from our appearance. As ladies are very attached to the appearance and we want to do makeup, we want to dress up, we want to do our hair to look good. And as gentlemen, we want to show up in the world having nice cars, nice watches, having a very sporty body, six-pack and stuff like that. And let's say if we don't have all of this, then we feel like we are missing out, that we are not attractive enough for ourselves and especially for others. So I just want you to find like a flaw in your body. Let's say, I don't know, my nose is too small or too big. And I want you to split your paper in two parts like this. So, and on the left side, you're just going to write down whatever your sentence is. I'm just going to say, my nose is too big. All right. And then on the right side, I want you to find a confirmation that a big nose or whatever you wrote on your paper is not an obstacle for love. Let's say my friend John has a big nose and he's happily married and his wife loves him. Or I have a big nose but my partner still tells me I'm attractive. Can be anything. But I want you to find 3 different sentences that confirms the exact opposite. And as you're doing that, you don't have to go through your mind. I want you to really connect with your body and with your inner voice. And I want you to do that with the energy of your heart instead of the energy of your mind. Because our mind creates so much drama and trauma. And as you know, as long as we can, we prefer not to stay in our mind, especially when we're doing any type of spiritual or healing work. Okay, so I hope you're done with 3. And then let's take it just a little bit deeper. And the next one is going to be not about our bodies, but it's going to be about our character. So find one thing that you feel is destructive or annoying or not attractive to other people. Let's say I talk about my friend behind her back, or I speak to people too harshly, I'm too straightforward, or something completely opposite, like I'm a softie and everyone takes advantage of it. Something that you dislike about yourself, you know what it is. Okay, wonderful. And now write 3 different things that are opposite from what you just said. And I'll give you time. Because we cannot be 100% in one thing all the time, right? Let's say if I speak too harshly or I'm too straightforward with other people, what I can say in the other column is most of the time I speak very lovingly. Or I have a lot of compassion for people around me. I'm a very polite person and I appreciate other people's opinions. Okay, hope you've done that. So you have something on your right side and you have something on your left side. Perfect. Now I want you to look at this and I want you to acknowledge that we are never black and white, good or bad. We cannot separate world for good and bad. We are a million of different things, and the duality part of us, one day we can be really divine and our best self, and the second day we might be diving deep into our shadows and behaving completely opposite. But it doesn't mean it's not us. It doesn't mean that we are in our shadow part, we don't deserve love, especially self-love. For me, this exercise was so revealing, and just it's so easy and simple to understand that we are whole. There's so many different things. So I want you to make a big circle around both of your columns and just say, I am whole. This is who you are. So, just like that. I am whole. Perfect. And I want you to take a second piece of paper. And now we're going to reverse this exercise. And what we will do is, again, 2 columns, and your left column, you say something that you really love about yourself. You think this is the most attractive part of you. And you might say, I don't know, my hair is so lovely. I really love my hair. It's so strong and beautiful and long. Or whatever you're proud of. Part of your body, part of your physique, maybe your clothes, but something about your appearance. Just start with. All right, and once you have that, I want you to find 3 opposites on the other side. Find your 3 opposite statements saying something not so positive about, let's say, your hair, right? So let's say sometimes I forget to wash my head and they get really dirty and nasty. Or let's say sometimes people don't like how my hair smells, or sometimes my hair have lots of like dead ends and I have to like take lots of care of them, and that's like expensive. I don't know, whatever it is, you know better. You know yourself, or if you don't, then dig deeper, close your eyes and feel what it is. All right. Hope you had enough time. If not, just message me, okay? So there's some comment box below. So if you have any type of questions or you want me to slow down or speed up, let me know. All right, next one is going to be about our communication, since this new moon is really big on communication and especially romantic relationships. So tell me one thing and put it on your paper what you really like about yourself in communication and relationships. Let's say I'm a great communicator. I always explain my point with love and compassion to my friends and my lovers. Or I'm a very caring person and I know how to take care of others. All right. And you guessed it, so we're going to find 3 opposite sentences saying, if you said you're a very loving and compassionate person, so maybe, you know, find some things that last week I yelled at my friend because we did something I didn't like. Or I felt really bad and I sweared at my roommate. Or your choice. You know yourself, so just check inwards, check with the events of the last couple of weeks and see what was going on in your life. Wonderful. So hopefully you just processed a little bit more of information about yourself. And also you've noticed that in front of every positive, there is something opposite of it. I'm not saying exactly negative, but something not so happy and bright. Even about the features of you that you really like. So I want you to do the same work. You draw a big circle around both of those columns and you say, I am whole. We are, as human beings, very complex creatures. And we have so many things installed in us originally. And then we develop a lot more during the lifetime. So I hope this exercise really helps you to understand that there's nothing you should be feeling guilty about. There's nothing, if you haven't figured out something in your life, or you're going through a difficult period of your life, right? I don't want you to be even more harsh on yourself. I want you to find some self-love and compassion. But in any case, I'm not telling you to sit there and do nothing. We do this exercise for the reason to not to fight against our shadows and darkness, but to embrace it. To see it, embrace it, and to make it our friend. And for that type of work, then our shadows become our friends. We know how to deal with them. Because if your friend is feeling bad, you don't just say, you're not my friend anymore, I don't like you. You say, okay, let's deal with it. We go for it together. But sometimes we don't do this enough towards ourselves. We don't help ourselves to go through a difficult moment, and we wait someone else to come in, which we rely on our external sources of love. But how about we just find that love inside ourselves? Something to think about, and of course you can continue this exercise with more points. And we will be continuing with a meditation. And the meditation is to let go of shame, guilt, and really tap into the energy of the heart for self-love and self-forgiveness and softening your heart. The mantra is Hamee, Ham, Bram, Ham. Hamee, Ham, Bram, Ham. And the mantra says, we are we, so we are who we are. We cannot take it away. We cannot bring anything else. At this particular moment, we are just who we are. And the second part of it, Bram, Ham, says we are God. So we are divine. We are part of God. We are who we are, but we are also God. There's always will be a shadow part of you that you can work on, but there's also a divine part of you. So there's darkness and light. At every day, at every point, you are whole, and we should think about ourselves as whole. All right, and I want you to find a tall, comfortable seat. The mudra of our hands, so the position of the hands will be, we connect the base of the palms. Now we connect our pinkies and thumbs together. So you make a lotus flower. And then you bring that lotus flower to the level of your heart and open it up. So keep your fingers open. And you channel the energy of the heart outwards, and you're receiving the energy from God, universe, creator, however you feel it. And that opens up your heart. And if you don't feel comfortable to chant the mantra just yet, you can just listen. Just one moment. What's going on? Hamee, Ham, Bram, Ham. Close your eyes and focus in your heart center over here. With your energy, focus on your heart center.
Hamee, Ham, Bram, Ham. 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 Hamiham Rama, 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 Hamiham.
Take a deep breath in. Open your lotus a little bit more. Open your lotus. And exhale, release your hands back into your lap. You can take this mantra with you and your home practice for 3, 7, or 11 minutes every day. And maybe you can do a 40-day challenge or a 21-day challenge for your heart center energy opening. And I just want to get back to our tarot cards for today and how is this connected to the astrology. So the communication part, right? The Mercury retrograde is the love, right? The love that if we approach any relationship and you have an urge to fight, think about unconditional love and make your communication from heart to heart. Okay, then setting up boundaries, right? And this is our Mars, being strong, but not fighting, but setting up boundaries. And if you don't like something, that people are doing to you, then what are your boundaries? What are you not okay with? And how do you lovingly know other people what it is? What it is that works for you and what it is that doesn't work for you. And then the other one was be strong. So be strong and keep dwelling into your self-love. Anytime you get stuck into your shadow side, you know that you are whole and you're part of the universe and you're God. And anytime you are in your divine, you know that the shadow will show up at some point. We are creatures of both darkness and light, shadows and love. So stay happy, stay healthy, and share your light with others. If you had a very emotional week, it shall pass. Things usually pick up before the new moon or the full moon. So we have a new moon today, so things might change starting tomorrow. And also your understanding of what's going on astrologically and what's going on internally usually helps. All right, it's been my pleasure. My name is Anisha. I'm a healer, Reiki master, and yoga teacher, and I'm very grateful for you joining the circle. You're very welcome to donate. My email is in the post, and I'm sending you love and good vibes. Bye. See you next time.